Greetings everyone, this is Lodrik, and this is a game War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition, and my mouse is no more working. Okay, now. Okay, and today we want to check the next combat turn in the match against Jochen. So will be the combat of the 9th of December 1941, the third turn of this game. So last turn we saw the not really full successful invasions and battles of the Philippines. Only 1 out of 3 land battles was successful. And in Malaya we had 2 out of 3 land battles was successful. We also had a lot of American fighter bombers with the P-40E and long-range Catalina strikes and B-17's port strikes. So we will see how this now continue. So and last time we had this I think 3, 4, 5 times engagement between their ally task force light cruiser and the Japanese light cruiser formation. Now I have some merging, and here's the next cargo ship trying to escape Singapore, maybe on the way to Bali. I don't know, maybe it's Bali Papan or Palembang, I think more. Hard to say. So 2 torpedo hits, 1 good cargo ship, and this is normally maybe already enough, or must return to Singapore. Sinking sound. So let's believe that this is the end of this cargo ship. And here is one of my invasion fleets returning from Philippines, now normally back to Saigon, and somehow there are 3 destroyers in the past. So it's a nighttime engagement. I have no troops more here, so normally I don't fear too much. The problem is that the allies, Americans, have here now crossing T. I really don't know where these destroyers come from. Okay, we have a 4-inch hit on one of my scout cruisers. Scout cruisers have the size of a light cruiser, so around 10,000 tons, but they have no armor, so they have the same guns and like destroyers, no armor. They have more hit points, okay, but you can see that my light cruiser is burning, so it was maybe a critical or good hit, heavy fires immediately. But my destroyers can create some counter battery fire, Again, no torpedo hits for my Japanese. Now we're at 4,000 yards. This is now really close engagement. Okay, 20 centimeter, 8-inch hit on an enemy destroyer. This is always good. And the next 8-inch hit. So the Trakian looks like it's now heavily damaged. And the Scout is at least partly damaged. Thousand years, okay. Looks like the Americans, they really won't come. I don't know what they really here try. My heavy cruisers are skillfully getting rid of this destroyer formation. Only unluckily all the shell hits on the same destroyer. I would normally prefer if I hit all of the destroyers at least once or twice with my 8-inch shells so that I can cripple them. Okay, so we get rid of one destroyer for sure. Okay, now I have really on every destroyer at least one hit. Okay. 8,000 yards. Now it's getting more and more hard to create a hit. Okay. But it's still possible. Okay, my task was try to break here this engagement. Normally I would say why I want to try to escape, but of course this is official invasion fleet. So I only suffer one hit on my scout cruiser, but it directly a fire hit. I kill one destroyer and both other destroyers are, not crippled up to now, but at least damaged. And I don't know where they're trying to escape now. And something just sucked. And the next cargo ship. And the next ship. Nicely done. Japanese torpedoes and Japanese submarines, at least I would say in the first 6 months, 4 months, can really do something. So 2 torpedo hits, 3 torpedo hits, so for sure normally dead. Yeah, looks like there's I'm thinking something. So now my reinforcements is landing here in San Fernando. I must only wait and see how the enemy airstrikes are trying maybe to attack my invasion fleet again. I asked my zeros from Formosa normally to give me air cover, but it's still a long range air cover, so it will not be so effective. At least I can reduce the enemy task force here. Of course I suffer here a lot of stuff because normally the plan was normally to land here with occupied base. But naja. This is only a mini invasion fleet. I think I use 1 Navy Guard units to take Ocean Island and also Nauru Island. Yeah, only some very small Australian formations normally. Most of them are now disabled. They are not even really fighting force or engineers and something. Only support units. So I don't expect here too much resistance. Latest next turn I hope to take all of these bases. Okay. So no other night engagement. More amphibious. Oh yeah. So I mean the numbers are small here, but somehow these numbers create a lot of disabled unit squads. So I'm not really sure how this calculates sometimes. So I don't know if this numbers really have any meaning. Maybe this numbers really only show and only this squads are. Normally I would believe that only this is important. Only the game can calculate with this, and how somehow it's calculated out of this. Maybe the number of really affected people. Hard to say. Okay, so ooh, now we have here some motor torpedo boat. I don't know how they call this, but something like a short range. And somehow they're creating really two hits on my submarine. Poor submarine. Yeah. But there is one transport ship, but my torpedo is missing. Unbelievable. Oh. Okay. This is only some, don't know, mine layer maybe, and I have some. Both at the end, both task forces don't want really this engagement. So I have here some cargo task force and a mine layer, yeah. No, a mine. CM is a mine layer, so AM is a mine tender. Ah, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, some submarine, but the submarine don't attack. Luckily for me. Okay. Now it's a cargo ship. Last time. Ah, yeah, this is other hex. Okay. So we cannot attack this troop transport ship, but we can get the cargo ship. No, hit but no explosion. Try it again. And there was again a hit but no explosion. Oh my god. So, that cargo ship also go down. And the light cargo. Ooh. So the submarine used a deck gun, 14 centimeter. And the torpedo. So one more light cargo ship is also dead. But it looks like all of these ships have no units on board, so no additional points for me. Okay, some spotting. And we kill Catalina. Shitty Catalina tried to scout the position of my first carrier division. Yeah. Maybe Jochen no know where's my carrier fleet, but he pays a price. So now we will see if there's now an airstrike, yes or no. So bad weather. Okay. And again, Eva, bad weather. Oof. even use a scout plane. I never tried this before. I don't even know 60 kilogram bombs. Ah yeah, but it was over. I had nothing better to use. This is still the beginning of the war, and there's normally really no setup for a Source Chinese Air Force base. So I must first install everything. Needs a little time. Here I tried to attack some aircraft on the ground. I was not sure. I was normally sure that all aircraft had already evacuated to Singapore, but at least I won't try it, and I can at least damage here some additional airplanes on the ground. Oh yeah. But this time no. So it's too late. There's nothing more left on the airfields. But it's okay. I think at least I crippled for some days a big chunk of the British Air Force in Malaya, and give me a little more time and a better chance to finish my landings. Display. So similar to my dojo game, but only the scale is much smaller so far. Now it's only a dozen bombers that take something. Later I hope I can use always 100. So this is now Jochen's strike. Problem is only I simply have no fighters here. I need more time to organize everything. So now I have 2 keys at 27, so last time I had only 1, so I have now double the interceptor power, but in need, of course, with 2 light machine guns. Hard to say if I can really bring here any damage to this strike. And no, I have mechanical issues, so only 1 airplane was really attacking. And I have a little damage here on my side. Okay. Okay, again. This is a B edition, so without a bomb. Oh no. Ah yeah, the Seagull has the bomb. Okay, no attack. This is the B-17s. And here is no fighter, so I have some issues here. I'm taking my ports again. 1 hit on the oiler, 1 hit on the cargo ship, and 1 of my low value point patrol boats have 2 bomb hits. So out of this, of course, it's okay. Patrol boat always have only 1 or 3 or points, nothing really left. All of the patrol ships with 10 value points, I always change in the first turn immediately to make sure that patrol ships are cheap, that I can use them over. So this is my carrier division, and I move it a little away from Singapore because I was afraid of torpedo attacks. And somehow I can intercept here some tanker formation. These are only small Dutch tankers, I think 4 or 7 victory points, so nothing really crazy. But what the tankers I can kill now cannot transport any fuel later on. Oh, yeah. So only 1 gets immediately sunk, but 2 others are. Heavy fires and heavy damage. Okay. So this is my support carrier division, and this is now a long range strike, I think of 9, so I only have bombs, I have no torpedoes for this long distance attack. But these are the 2 destroyers escaping this light cruiser battle last turn. And if I can get now in every destroyer at least 1 bomb hit, I would say it will really make sure that the destroyers are... Oh, okay, I can also kill them. I normally would only cripple them. So both destroyers are dead. Good. Not bad. The light cruiser only escaping me. But maybe to kill now the destroyers will help me to let my submarines operate longer. So even if they are shitty destroyers now, in 6 months they can be have an impact. So best is I kill all. Okay, here's my Navy bombers. I use them for anti-submarine because I know there are some submarines. I saw them already last turn. But of course my Navy bombers have shitty skills for anti-submarine. But I was hoping that at least I can maybe force the enemy submarines to dive away and keep them busy. Again, air mission cancelled. And the Catalina is coming back. Oh. The Catalina 4 can transport torpedoes. Attacking my... Oh no. But luckily the Catalinas have no torpedoes, only bombs. And they fail. Okay. Maybe Jochen used all his luck in the last turn for his Navy strikes. Okay. My dive bombers are back. Still some tankers. Okay, this is only a tanker. So there was 1 tanker at least left, but now not more. Okay, this was an air war. So no big strike this turn on Jochen's side. Only the B-17, they killed one of my patrol ships. And it's more sinking here. Okay. More landing. Okay. Also reinforcements for Kota Baru. Okay. This will help later. So now islands also have now the invasion. Okay. Oh, yeah. Amphibious landing always a little painful. But at the end, it's really small stuff. But now with my second wave of San Fernando, I would say I can take the base much easier. So we are already in the land attack phase. Last turn it was more or less for me a little disappointed. I mean, I took Mersing, the most important base. This is now here in center of China, more or less. I try to break here this Chinese force. But I don't get the 2-to-1 attack, so it is I can create more damage against the Chinese units, but will not be easy to overcome this. Northwest of Kaifeng, this is important for me for the railway, that I get a railway connection to Shanghai and to Beijing later. And here I can immediately force the Chinese to retreat. 5-to-1 victory. Many destroyed Chinese units, nearly no destroyed for the Japanese. Nice. So this is now last turn the Philippines hold the line, but with additional forces and a lot of shore bombardment, I think I can create enough damage. Yeah, I take the base. But the Philippines run away, not give up immediately. So from the 3,000, Philippines are more or less 1,000 maybe destroyed and 2,000 are running away. So with nearly no losses. So this was easy victory. This is now the second battle of Kota Buru. Last turn I was just so was not able, maybe now. Yeah. So Kota Buru is also now under Japanese control, so the failure from last turn and last day is now completely rewritten. 2,200 British, all destroyed, nothing really disabled more, so all these units are broken. Now Ocean Islands, there is no forces, so I can take over this base immediately. There's really nothing. And in Nauru Island there is some engineering force, but they don't really fight. Okay. So I took all the bases I would normally take last time already. Only Iba is still under American control. This will need one turn, maybe more. Good. Okay, now we are done. So we arrive at the 10th December 1941. The air activity was, I would say, we had airstrikes, but no really air battle. So losses are 3-3. So minimum, nearly no one lost everything. So there are two Oscars 2B. I used them for air cover in Kota Buru, but no airplane ever show up. So there was no. Well, you can see they are waste, but And one of my Nil bombers gets damaged by submarine flak, and this is also ops losses. But must be this ops losses, but can be. Who knows? So I kill this Catalina with my first Kara division. And this is this bomber in China gets damaged by the nade. and looks like he cannot return to base. And one other Catalina had ops losses, so okay. But this is a Catalina 1. I think this we are purely scout planes, and the Catalina 5 they can transport torpedoes, so they're much more dangerous. So out of these 3 lost airframes, I have 0 pilots lost. So last turn no pilot dead, and this turn no pilot dead. So all of my killed lost pilots are from the first turn up to now. Good. And ship sunk. Last turn, Japanese ship. Okay, this is the one patrol ship. It's a better one with 3 points, and not only 1 point here. But the real main difference is only, I think that they have normally 2 or 3 anti-submarine warfare, but they are all for shallow water. So, and they have no upgrade pass, so they're really only good for patrol the area and maybe make shallow water submarine attack, but even for that they are not really good. So, and the Allies lost this turn based on Japanese intelligence reports. Only one, here's one big tanker. Okay, this is a, still is not really big tanker, but a normal size tanker with 15 victory points, but at least this one can carry 5,000 tons fuel compared to the other small Dutch carrier. So this was a British Commonwealth tanker, and this is a small British tanker, Dutch tanker. They only have really small, they are slow, they have small capacity, they are really only short range stuff. So, and we get rid of 4 destroyers. This was hit by the 8-inch cell of my heavy cruisers. And Admiral T class. No, the T class destroyer. A Steward is a Clemson class. Okay, so Clemson. Also Clemson. I cannot remember 3 destroyers. I thought it was only 2. But maybe 3. I don't know. Maybe 3. Okay. And a light cargo ship. And some other cars. This was all destroyed by my torpedoes. Yeah, these are all the torpedoes from my submarines. Also, okay. Yeah, some damage. And this will make a lot of, let's say, create fear. And let Jochen maybe think about twice which road he go. Maybe he not run with single ships. Maybe he create more task forces, slow all down. Who knows? So in China is still, I think, the same like last time. There's still not really much happening here. I win this battle here to have now this. Now the rail is open to Peking. I only must get this hex, then I can have also ship something from Manchukuo to Beijing to Shanghai, Nanking, Hefei. So then I can nearly operate here all my forces I want, but still I need 2-3 days more to reorganize my forces in Manchukuo before I can bring them to China. So, not more much happening here. So here was this battle. I cannot create a victory. It's just so. I need more reinforcements here. And we will see if I can catch here some more forces. Jochen also enters this hex, and I don't know, I can see, 5 units. Hard to say if this is enough because there's still many units around. So maybe Jochen must wait 1 more turn before he can attack me. We will see if we try to attack. This will normally be not successful, but we will see. My march on Hong Kong is on the way, so next turn I can arrive in Hong Kong, and the turn after this I can attack Hong Kong, and if I'm lucky I take Hong Kong immediately in a swift victory. And with Dojo I think I attack twice, not more sure. Yeah, I mean Burma is still too far away, there's no activity. My 25th army is on the way. Where is my 25th army? I think here. Yeah. 15th Army. Yeah, 15th Army is coming here. 25th Army is landing via. My 25th Army is here in Mersing. The 15th Army is to clean up the north and, yeah, create here some new rule. You can also see that my tank forces was quickly in position, so I already cut the railway between Singapore and the north and center of Malaya. This is only a block force, will be maybe not enough to hold this for a long time, but normally I must only cut the way, so no fast transportation is more possible. And the rest of my forces trying to take Johor Bahru. And if I take this base, then I think Singapore is blocked. Because here I have 400 attack value and this is only 40 or 50 attack value. But it's enough to at least... Any forces must first arrive at the hex and must prepare the attack and then at least fight 2-3 turns. In 2-3 turns I can normally arrive here. So I only want to make sure that these forces cannot arrive in Singapore. So that I can clean up all of this with my coming 15th Army. And then together with 15th and 25th I have an easy victory in Singapore. Not like in Dojo. With Dojo's match I was too slow to do something like this. I think it's really only possible if you go for Mersing to really cut this, but with a high risk, and we saw this that of course allied player can use a lot of air force to bomb my cargo forces and navy forces on the bottom of the sea. So I have here now a lot of submarines trying only simply to block the way from Singapore to Palm Bay, so that normally everything what is shipping here have a high risk to be damaged or sunk. And I have here a second submarine fleet normally blocking the way from Singapore to Batavia. Yeah, not more much to say about this. My carrier task force was here and get rid of 2 of this destroyer, but I miss the light cruiser, pitifully. Naja. I don't know if I can stay here for much longer because I see here is a heavy cruiser and there are maybe some support ships. So maybe this is the Boise and the... What is the name? I don't know. There's a heavy cruiser here somewhere in the Philippines. And I'm not sure if I really... Because the problem is that my carrier division is detected. So Jochen will know that I am here. And if he have a detection from 10 out of 10, he know maybe exactly what is here. And maybe he will go for all-out attack, similar to what he did with his light cruisers. And this is of course not the purpose of a carrier division, so I must maybe do something here. I have here 1 submarine coming to support my first submarine. Here's 1 submarine already in position trying to block or slow down the navy traffic. But 1 submarine is of course not enough normally. So nothing much more. So the second landing operation was here successful. So I have now here much more attack value. With this I can start to clean up here and link up with my other forces. And I have also a 3rd landing operation coming to support maybe Iba. And more stuff is coming. 3, 4, 5 more additional landing operation in the next 2-3 turns. So I will reinforce all of this North Philippine stuff. Yeah. Carrier division. So you can see a lot of submarines and they are... for sure these are sub-hunters. So this is this game, who can find who first in attack. Here's an American submarine. Luckily I not hit this submarine. And I have here some other formation. Hard to say what is this. So I don't know, I was here out of range. Yeah, range of 9. This was out of range. So yeah, I don't know if this is the carrier division. I don't think so because there are only 2 ships. So maybe this is his heavy cruiser formation. We will. I don't know. Can be hard to say. So nothing more to say here. These are only some. So I had this. This two. No, not this two. Here. I took these 2 small bases, but there's not really much to take. So not a surprise. I will normally continue to get up. Yeah. Take over all these small bases. I don't know if I go now. Maybe this time a little more aggressive for this Baker Island and Canton Island, but I normally don't like them too much. They're hard to maintenance for me, and I also don't see a big purpose for it. We will see how this act. I mean, Jochen was much more aggressive, so I don't want to operate here with his forces without protection. So, and it's really only. This is only for propaganda and storytelling stuff. It's have no impact on the real war. The real war is important to take Singapore fast, take Palembang, take Java, and the oil, and create here the new law and order of Japanese Empire. Good. So it's only 1 day turn, so not so much to say. See you all. Take care. Bye bye.